Welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to talk about how investing in stocks works. Before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. We are here to help you on your path to become an investor. Money in the bank does not get you any further these days, with interest rates close to zero. But how to start investing with your first capital you worked hard for. We have asked 22 independent financial advisors about how to invest $1,000 if they had to do it all over again. And they are the ones to reach out to, as they started in the same position years ago. Before we get into the video, allow us to mention that nothing mentioned in this video is financial advice, and we are not financial advisors. We would recommend you ensure that you conduct a due diligence process before making any decisions that may affect your financial portfolio. If you are looking forward to seeking external advice, head out to your trusted financial advisor who has a clear idea of your financial situation. Having said that, let's get into the video. If you're in a good place financially and have some savings, it's time to start investing your money. While you may be a beginner investor and hesitant to take the risk, keep in mind that starting earlier gives you the opportunity to benefit from interest on interest, or compound interest. Even though investing $1,000 is not going to make or break your retirement, building that habit of saving and investing early is a big part of how most millionaires build their nest egg. So what's the best way to invest $1,000? How to invest $1,000? With as little as $1,000, you can start making your money work for you. And in our opinion, that is the gateway to financial freedom. While investing $1,000 may seem like a small sum, 7% return on $1,000 is only $70, you might be saying to yourself. It's a great foundation to build on. So now that you have the money, where exactly do you start to invest $1,000? We asked over 50 experienced investors to answer this question and got these 11 answers. In the end, I will tell you which advice we heard the most out of the 11 advices. So make sure to watch till the end. Number 1. Think long-term. If I had only $1,000 to invest, I would go the boring approach and put all of it in a low-cost index fund, something like Vanguard, or obviously not the most exciting way of investing, but the most sustainable way for someone with a long-term view. After investing, get back to concentrating on how you really build wealth, increasing your income and your savings rate, and then continue to invest some earned money into the fund. In that way, you could safely build towards your financial freedom. Number 2. Pursue a small business idea. How to invest $1,000? I would start with a small business idea that does not require a lot of working capital. Even if the business fails, you're likely to learn significantly more than $1,000 in business lessons. Number 3. Start with debt. I would start to invest $1,000 by paying off consumer debt. After that, open up a Roth IRA and invest $1,000 in an ETF. Number 4. Explore everything. I would say when you start investing with $1,000 to try all things possible, simply because as a starter, the value is in learning the skills of the trade. Therefore, buy a few stocks, put some in a fund, and maybe build a website and make profit from online advertising income. Number 5. Start simple. When I would start investing my first $1,000, I would start simple. Open a Roth IRA, for example, and put the money into a low-cost index fund later on. That means it is cheap to invest, will grow tax-free, and is pretty passive. Build your knowledge, confidence, and experience, and after a while, I would start looking for other investments. Number 6. Start a side hustle. I would definitely start my own side hustle business if I had just $1,000 to invest, simply because the number is too low to make decent money off. The income from the side hustle is likely to grow way faster than only 7% a year or so. After that, commit all revenue to other income-producing assets and repeat the cycle over and over again. The key point is I would limit my spending to my regular day job by reinvesting all new income from the side hustle and other acquired assets until my passive income exceeded my expenses. That's how you make $1,000 become something that changes your life. Number 7. Invest in established companies. I would like to invest $1,000 in stocks with focus on some established companies. Just gain some experience in investing with a relatively low risk. But you simply learn how to win some days and lose some days. That's valuable in itself. Number 8. Think carefully, choose wisely. I'd invest 50%. I'd use 25% for my mortgage, debt, and I'd have some fun with the other 25%. In the end, what you value is usually a reflection of where you spend your time and what you spend your money on. This means my found money priorities are saving for the future, killing existing debt, and having a little fun. Choose wisely. Number 9. Make it a family affair. If you ask me how to invest my first $1,000, I would say to make it a father and son activity. Find a low-cost or free investment platform such as Loyal3 or Betterment. Together, my son and I would search and research some of the bigger companies, split the investment between us, and then watch it grow together, learning by doing. Number 10. Educate yourself. The best investment to make with $1,000 is an investment in yourself. It is simply no life-changing budget. I would say to start educating yourself about the way money works, investing, stocks, etc. You will probably think that there is no real ROI to it, but the actual ROI is there for the rest of your life, even though you will not directly see it in your brokerage account. Keep in mind that it is a long way to becoming rich. Number 11. Think outside the box. Most people will probably tell you to invest your first $1,000 in index funds or low-cost funds. Not a bad idea at all, but I would say to be a bit more creative. As the initial capital is relatively low, I would research some stocks that have the potential to go 10 times. This is obviously not easy and comes with some risk, but the potential reward is way bigger and you will learn the basics of investing, research, and the feeling of losing. Now, many different answers to one simple question of how to invest $1,000. Still, many answers are linked to each other in some way. As mentioned before, we have interviewed 50 financial advisors. Almost half of them came up with answer number 1, to start with a low-cost index fund and build from there. Even though they realized it is a boring way of investing, it is probably the safest pick for beginners and has proven to bring in decent returns over the years. Use the link in the description to invest your first $1,000 in a low-cost index fund with one of the leading brokers. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.